barbecue. It's personal. Welcome to another edition of Concepts Culinary Magazine, brought to you by Martin Brothers. I'm Chef Scott Fadden, and today we're going to learn all about ribs on preparation and serving. So let's get cooking. Now that we're out at our grill, and we don't have a smoker here, so what we want to do is create a small smoker. So we made our little pouch as we've seen with the wood. So I'm going to reach across and we're going to put this pouch over a little bit of heat. And what's going to happen as it sits, in about 15 minutes, it's going to start turning into charcoal. It's going to burn a little bit and start smoking. We're going to close this. This is our rack of rib. And we're going to put it on there. And as it smokes, it'll get into the rib itself. Another note, if we are smoking our product, we all don't have to smoke it for the whole time. We have to cook it to get it done, but we can smoke it for the first 2 hours or hour and a half, just get that smoke and wood flavor in there. And then we can wrap it up in foil after that, and we'll show you how you do that. But when I start my rib, I like to start with the rib side up, the backbone up, and then we flip the meat down, and what's going to happen, it's going to melt some of that fat into the rib and keep it a little bit more moist. And then later on, as we get further, we're going to brush it with olive oil. Another thing, great thing to do is spray it with a apple juice or an apple cider vinegar, and that gives it a nice flavor and keeps it moist also. Now that our ribs have been cooking, they've been cooking for a few hours now, and I love to have them on low and slow, which is 225 degrees approximately, for 3 to 4 hours to start. We're going to start brushing our first coat of barbecue on there. And then we want nice thin. We're not trying to paint and cover up any hardcore wood. We're just trying to paint on a little bit of brush, a little bit of sauce. You know what? We want to have it tacky when it's all done, and we'll probably spend a half hour on putting different coats on. In between 5 to 10 minutes, and then coat it again, and coat it again, and put it as much as you'd like to have your sauce on. I don't normally do the bottom. You sure can. Another way to do it is to serve your ribs naked with a side sauce of either barbecue, teriyaki, or what have you. Or you may want to do a trio flight of sauces where you have them 3 different sauces that they can choose from, and they can dip and choose and order maybe a pork platter with that. So, and you can see those wonderful chunks of mango. Raspberry does a wonderful job. Orange does a great job. So be creative and understand that there's no wrong way to make a rib. And looking good. Look at that. Look at those bad boys. I can't wait to sink my teeth into it. And I think a lot of my co-workers are going to have a great time this afternoon, eating up some ribs and maybe some side dishes. Be creative with your side dishes. And there we are. We're going to come back in a few minutes, and we're going to put our last coat on. This is our first, and we're going to put another one on between, and then we'll finish it up with 3 coats today. So basically, a lot of times I hear my ribs get too dark on the grill or the smoker, and what's happening with them is that they do get dark, and it's a wonderful dark, and even on our broiler, they will get a little dark. But you know what? We've already got a lot of smoke in there. You can see it smoking up real nice, so it already has that flavor. What I like to do is to take my ribs, and we're just going to wrap them in foil. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish them off in the foil, because all they really need now is a little heat and a little tender loving care. So let's take our racks, and we're going to put 2 to 3 in a foil. I believe is probably the best way to do it. And what we're going to do is we're just going to fold it in and flip it around. Just seal it up. It doesn't have to be super tight. And we're going to throw it back on the grill, and that's going to stay on there for probably another hour just to finish up and get that nice tender bite to it. And that's how we wrap our ribs so they don't get overdone and they don't get too dark and they don't burn up on the edges. Now that we got these off the grill or the smoker, whatever the case may be, I have pulled in Chef Steve Tizzy, the one, the only Steve. Anyhow, what we're going to do is just cut off a bone, and look how nice it cuts. Oh. It cuts really nice. You can see somewhat of a smoke ring, and we didn't even do it on a smoker, so we had enough smoke going through it, and it should come off clean without falling apart. So Steve, tell me what you think of that bad boy.
I've been waiting to try this all day. Oh, wow. This is good.
So again, do it how you want to do it. Make sure our customers love your ribs, love your food, and you like it too, and we're never doing it wrong, there's never a wrong way to do it in our place. So again, I'm Chef Scott Fadden, and
I'm Chef Steve Tizzy.
And thanks again for joining us for Concept Culinary Magazine by Martin Brothers. We'll see you next time right here.
Now that's Martin Brothers. This is what I'm talking about. It's right here. We hope you enjoyed our cooking tips, techniques, and recipes here at Martin Brothers. For any questions and additional recipes, visit martinsnet.com.